Welcome and hello and hello and welcome and welcome and hello and hello and welcome and hello, guys. Hello and welcome. Let me just bid you welcome and hello and say hello and welcome. Happy Thursday, guys. Happy 4th of July Eve. Of course, it's Independence Day. From your work, from your good sense. Probably have one too many brewskis and make a fool of yourself if you're anything like yours truly back in the day. Anyway, as you guys know, they call me Danny Shakes. And if you have to ask why, you should demand a refund. They call me Little Danny Cornbread DeCarlo out anywhere near Las Vegas, Nevada. That's because I am moist, I am doughy, and I crumble under pressure. They call me the tugboat because I'm short. I'm pull more than my own weight, and I'm rarely far from my home port. They call me Stubby Cohiba because I once accidentally cut my penis off with a blender, etc., etc., etc. It's a tale as old as time, a song as old as rhyme. Guys, we are talking CRISPR. Ticker symbol is CRSP. Here's the jive, guys. Here's the 411. If you remember the movie Airplane, Florence Henderson from the Brady Bunch steps into, excuse me, stewardess, I happen to speak jive. She translates. Like, it sounds pretty racist by today's standards, but I found the movie hilarious. And actually, it was a funny bit. Maybe was it Florence Henderson or who the hell was it? I think it was, or was it, might have been somebody else. Might have been the lady from the Brady Bunch. I can't remember. Anyway, guys, my memory, like my body, my personality, pretty much everything else is just going to shit as old age advances upon me, like an invading army in the 300 or something. But anyway, guys, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Back to the CRISPR stock. Advanced just 50 cents today, popped up to, I think it was about 53.20. Let me see. I'm going to jump back over here. The volume was low. It was just under 2 million, but remember, it was a half day, of course, because the holiday coming up tomorrow. So OPEX day being a half day on a Thursday, it was just very, very truncated. Didn't leave, I don't think, retail, bulls, bears, didn't leave them too much room to maneuver. But the bottom line is, you can see from the chart, I mean, this stock is just marching up. I mean, the stock was at 30 April 9, and it was almost 32, or say right around, actually 33. Pardon me, my title's a bit off, but it was a bit more dramatic if it's 32 to 52. I was roughly gauging it from the candle when I said that, so I wasn't trying to mislead you turds. Okay, so it's 33 to 52. And that's in only 2 months. So think about the stock moving $33 to $52 in just the last 2 months. And the point I'm trying to make in this video is that none of that has been a short squeeze. It's been the exact polar opposite of a short squeeze. The shares on loan back in April were 22 million. The shares on loan are now 39 million. I mean, the shares short were under 20 million, now 25 million. The thing to keep in mind, why the short squeeze will be so insanely dramatic once it comes, which I think it inevitably will. I mean, Citadel thinks they control the world, but I got news for you. You don't control the world. Vanguard and BlackRock control the world. You're just living in it. Now, you might be the most powerful short seller. You might be one of the most powerful, hedge funds in the world, but Vanguard's the 800-pound gorilla on this cell block. And you better get the hell out of the way, because, like I said, what doesn't make any sense is that this stock has gone from 33 to 52 in 2 months under some of the heaviest short selling I have ever seen in my entire life. Look at the aggregate short volume ratio today, 75. 75. The only day they weren't shorting it at just an alarming rate was the 30th. I guess that was Monday, and that was 55%. That's still shorting. So they have not only haven't they covered a single share in the last couple of months, every single day they're shorting, they're naked shorting, they're borrowing, and they're doing so to a point there's just absolutely no shares available. The cost to borrow 2 days ago was 50%. Yesterday it was like 40%. Now today it's down to a tiny, 14% most of the day. Because I guess supposedly they returned a few shares, 1 million, or trust me, they didn't return any shares. And when I say they're borrowing 39 million shares, the entire share count of this stock is only like 90 million. It's not, just do the math. I mean, multiply it out. It's less than 100 million shares, and they're borrowing 39 million, and they're selling short like 27 million at least. This is absolute madness on a company with this great pipeline, great data coming out, analysts upgrading buy ratings in the 80s and the hundreds. Really no negatives to speak of, no negative. That's why I was speculating there's going to be some kind of short report. Like otherwise, this is a suicide mission. Like what are these short? And these are not some fly by night hedge funds. These are the biggest shorts in existence. I mean, look at what Fintel has to say about the short. These short squeeze scores are all the way up above 80, 10.23 days to cover. That's the key. They're shorting 27 million shares on a stock that trades on average less than 3 million shares a day. Think about if some huge event happens, another big deal like the one they had with Vertex for part of their in vivo pipeline, something that just makes their market cap worth, massively more overnight. Think about how much buying pressure it will be on a stock that trades 3 million shares a day if they have to cover 25 million shares all at once. The word stampede is not adequate. So they say the stock won't go to the moon. It'll stop off at the moon for snacks and fuel on its way to a breakout party. It's like a breakdancing party, less pop locking. What's going on, everybody? The great Carl C. Mark is here, Mattress King of Chicago. We have Lisa. What's going on, Lisa? We've got they call me Smurf. That's probably they call me much worse, Lisa. Don't worry. What's up, John K? Yeah, CRISPR, but John, it hasn't made its move yet. It's just this is what I mean when they push down. It's trying to drown a fat guy. You push it down to a level that's so far beyond reasonable. They pushed this stock all the way down to the cash. Like the market cap was almost the cash there at 30 with no debt. Vertex gave a $9 billion valuation on Casgevy, which is an ex vivo niche product. Think about this CTX, this new in vivo product for cardio that lowers triglycerides, bad cholesterol, LDL, lowers it up to 80% with one treatment with a very favorable safety profile. This would be worth trillions potentially. This would be the biggest drug ever. Everybody needs this thing. We're a bunch of fat assholes. Let's see, guys. Oh, thank you, Not a Lurker, the great Not a Lurker, checking in. Sorry, guys, I had to send one thing. It's end of the week here. Anyway, guys, hello and welcome and hello and welcome. So I'm trying to make sense of this, and when I say these are the big boys, just look what I mean. Fund shorting CRISPR and then sort it by shares. This peak 6, they just came in with just a massive short position from 42. Citadel just decreased their short by 50%, and they were short from 70. That's how you do it. That's how you short a stock. You short from 70 and you cover in the 30s and you make a massive fortune. Now look at some of the other biggest names, the smartest shorts. Susquehanna just reduced their position in the last filing. This is the May filing, so this was for Q1. We should see new filings, I don't know, whatever, sometime middle of August. I guess they can file, essentially. It's not right when they have to file on these dates, just kind of convention that they tend to. So anyway, Jane Street, they increased. Now, Jane Street is another one of the big, powerful short sellers, but the one you have to watch more than anyone is Citadel. And the fact that they already reduced in Q1 50%, I'm going to guess that they covered the rest of their position in Q2 at the lows, like in April at 30, because Citadel doesn't lose money. The rest of these guys, Walleye's in there, Wolverine, it's the same. These are the biggest short sellers in the world. And they know what they're doing about 1 trillion times more than yours truly. So that's what's scaring the hell out of me. Why is Jane Street? Why is IMC? Why is Walleye? Why are they increasing their short into this stock? What do they know that I don't know? And I've done all the research, due diligence. I've asked all the geniuses that I can. I don't think they know anything. I think they were short the sector. I think they were short the economy. I think they were short all the tariff fears. I think they were short the election. Whatever it was, it does not change the fact that this company is on the forefront of revolutionizing medicine, revolutionizing science. The potential revenues are absolutely staggering. The fact that this market cap is still like 5 billion. Like I said, Vertex put a value on Casgevy of 9 billion. Now, maybe they overpaid. I'm almost certainly they overpaid. That's why they call me Danny Shakes, guys. That's why they call me Danny Shakes. And again, if you have to ask why they call me Danny Shakes, you should demand a refund, friend, because you didn't get that Danny Shakes experience. And I regret that, because you booked Danny Shakes on Eventbrite. You guys notice how much dog shit is on Eventbrite? Like an experience. Come to my house and pick smashed apricots off my patio with a scraper. It's romantic. I light a candle, give you a ding-dong, perhaps a ho-ho. By the way, your girlfriend looks like a ho-ho. And no wonder you're taking her on a date. It's like, dude, they put up experiences for anything like restaurants. We have an experience. We sit you near the dumpster, show you how the common people live. You eat with the help. It's like, this isn't an experience. This is a detriment. This is a downgrade. This is an invitation. This is a penis installment. Oh, very few people watching. Very few. A select crowd. No, guys, I'm just kidding. That's what I'm thinking, two brothers. But what do they know? What do they? There's nothing. I don't see any skeletons in the closet. I don't know. I mean, you think they have to know something, but then why is Citadel going completely the other way and bailing out of their position? Why people can make fun of cat? I think, honest to God, if I'm honest, can I be honest with you guys for a minute? Can I just speak from the heart? What happened? I think this is an anti-Aunt Kathy trade. I think they hate Kitty Woods because she's naturally beautiful. She's very intelligent. She doesn't need a lot of makeup. She just comes, she's got a real smug grin on her face all the time, like she knows more than everybody else. She may have some slightly annoying porcelain veneers. But I think they just hate her because she's a natural beauty. Like, seriously, everybody some people got this obsessive hate against Ark and Kathy Woods, where, they're obviously the biggest holder of this company by far. And she gets crazy sometimes, like her Tesla valuations and stuff. And, sometimes it's just their puffery is a bit hyperbolic, if you take my meaning. Nudge, nudge, mum's the word. But honestly, that's the best explanation I can give you. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds tinfoil hat, but I think they shorted almost all the shares, 10 times more shares than are available than are really trading. I think they got into this insane short because they're smug, they're arrogant, and they think they're all so much smarter than Kitty Woods. And they ain't smarter than Kitty Woods. And they ain't smarter than Danny Shakes. Let me just disabuse you of that notion right now. I've seen a big man move like that. Oh, God, I'm a fuckhead. Oh, what's going on, guys? Just returning a couple of texts here. Got this mini samurai sword. So that's something. Oh, Danny Shakes. Where have you been? So, I don't know. What else do you idiots want to know? But, like, guys, in normal, I know many of you guys don't watch this data, and I'm not going to claim to know exactly what goes into all these numbers, but aggregate short volume ratio, something neutral would be maybe 40, high 30s, like 50 is kind of moderate shorting. 60 would be extremely heavy shorting. 70 is unheard of shorting and naked shorting. 75 is just, you know, turn out the lights, the party's over. Fat lady's doing an operetta. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Never do business with a clicker. Hey, I got a business proposition for you. Know what I mean? Got an extra toothpick? No, man, nobody carries toothpicks anymore. Was this a bowling alley in the 1950s? No idea what I'm talking about. So anyway, guys, this has been the opposite of a short squeeze. They just shorted the stock as every single share they could. Naked short, regular short, closed short, swinger short, adults only, all-inclusive resort short, whatever kind of naked shorting it is. But I don't know where they're getting the shares. How is it that utilization, and I mean, again, I know this changes. They can just make long shorts, can make shares available, and there's all kinds of shenanigans. But this has been pegged at 100% for more than a month now. Yet every single day they continue to borrow shares. That's why shares on loan have gone from 23 million to almost 40 million. I mean, just a month ago, it was under 27. So they've borrowed 12 million more shares. And when you start to do the math, just at 15%, just the interest on the short at 15% would be about $1 million a day. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm going to wrap this video up soon. But hey, guys, Danny Shakes is back. No, I don't know why I started saying Danny Shakes. I think I almost fell over and I made like an awkward, like chubby checker gyration. And I started, man, like, hey, it's Danny Shakes, like a Fonzie type thing. Some fake, like 50s guy. And like, who's scared of Henry Winkler? They're like, hey, he's like, the guy's just going to come in and kick everybody's ass. Fonzie. Hey, Fonzie, aren't you like 45 years old already? Hey, hey, meet my friend, Danny Shakes. You ever seen a man over 300 pounds shake like that? Looks like a jello mold. Hey, lay off, Fonzie. You know Danny Shakes has a slow metabolism. Hey, shut up, Richie. I'll backhand you. Fonzie after dark. A few bourbons in him. It's not such a white knight anymore. Smacking Richie around behind the garage. Getting into Fonzie's cigarettes. I told you, Richie. I told you. Cigarettes is like money in the joint. Like, you've never been to prison, Fonzie. Hey, shut up, Richie. Still kick your ass. He's like, I really don't think you could, Fonzie. Fozzie was the bear. Fonzie. Dude, Happy Days was a bad show. I mean, and I like vintage television, but it's a bad show. I mean, I just can't get into it. I don't know. You got any Happy Days fans out there? I mean, I like Laverne and Shirley. Love me some A-Team. You know, I Love Lucy. It's very funny. I don't know. I just didn't find Happy Days funny. I didn't find the writing funny. I didn't find the characters funny. I didn't find the jokes funny. Hey, I mean, the Danny Shakes episode wasn't bad. That was mostly due to Danny Shakes. Anyway, guys, there's almost nobody watching this piece of shit. Sorry. This Danny Shakes character hopefully will be short-lived. What's going on? Yeah, John, I mean, the borrow rate spiked, max was almost 100%, and then it was steady for like 2 whole days at 50%. I mean, at that point, because there's borrow fees on top of it, and then there's margin fees, but just the short fee, 50%. I mean, they would have been paying, I don't know, $3 or $4 million a day just in that short fee. And I mean, now it's at least $1 million, but I think in the real world, it's at least double that. So they could have been paying $10 million a day those days. I mean, I know that's not much for Citadel, but you have to think, do they know this trade is going to reverse? I mean, analysts, experts think this is an $80 to $100 stock. I mean, if Vertex valued Keskevy at $9 billion, how is the whole company worth less than $5 billion when they have a long runway, a ton of well-invested cash, and almost no debt? And I would argue the best gene editing pipeline on the face of the earth. I mean, because the new stuff they're getting into with in vivo is so broad. If they can actually get there, if they can actually win the race, the revenues, the profits are going to be absolutely staggering. And remember, guys, several big pharma companies are huge shareholders in CRISPR. And you think I'm lying to you? Maybe I am. Oh, let's see. What's going on? The great Flint Creek Soap Company in the house. Guys, I know you guys stink. I know you're a big sweaty mess. Head on over to Flint Creek Soap Company. Probably my favorite thing is the lemon lotion. Another really good thing is there's a foot balm, a foot rub, and just the soaps are great too. Princess J loved the soaps. We've used a lot of them. We should actually buy something, but I'm just a cheap old bastard of a Karen, so I'd rather give a plug. But guys, it's not that hard. Go to the Google, go to the interweb. Flint Creek Soap Company. Get your happy ass over there with some of your big SoFi profits, some of your big CRISPR profits, some of your huge SMCI profits, or some of your Neo losses. But you can't win them all, guys. We're like, well, I hope this isn't another Neo. Like, guys, I can't tell you when and how stocks are going to move. I personally look at the EV landscape, and I think Neo is a power company. I think Neo is a chip company. I think Neo transcends EV in the same way that Tesla transcends EV. I just don't think we can see it yet. It's 9 moves away. Don't move until you see it. I can't see it. Don't move until you see it. I can't see it. See what? See who? Shut up, Joe Montaigne. Look, Sir Ben Kingsley is talking. Joshua Piskin. It's 9 moves away. Little fucker. I can't see it. Anyway, guys, Chasing Bobby Fischer aside, what a great film. That little kid's a great actor. Joe Montaigne. The mom's really good. Of course, Sir Ben Kingsley, always great. Little Nemesis kid, he was really good. I think he played some obsessed kid in some poltergeist movie, stabbing his parents or something. Remember he was in a little white polo shirt murdering people. I think that kid. Oh, not in real life, but in a film, of course. Anyway, guys, and then you had the the character, I forget, it was the park chess hustler. Who was it? Was it Lawrence Fishburne? I think it was Lawrence Fishburne. He's a great actor too. I think it was Lawrence Fishburne. There it is. Bring her out. Bring her out, Josh. Bring her out. It's don't bring her out. I'm Sir Ben Kingsley. Anyway, guys, this show's terrible. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Dude, I know you can shake it, Billy Jack. That's why they call me Danny Shakes. No, I don't think so. I think two brothers, listen, this is coming. I mean, this company's mainly located in Boston, Massachusetts. But they're also, I believe, what is it, a Swiss company? Or I can't remember. Sorry, guys. I do know this stuff. I'm very, very tired of it. hell of a long week. It's not Swiss. What is it? Sorry if I think it is Swiss, but sorry if I'm getting that wrong, guys, or German or the AG. But I don't let that make you think I haven't done any research on them. They're in I think they're in Zog, Switzerland or something. But anyway, guys, they're primarily located in Massachusetts. I mean, of course, that's one of the center for the biotech capital, the hub, Harvard there. Unless the current administration sends the feds, the border patrol into Harvard and just shuts her down. We shall see. RFK, yeah, no, RFK Jr. is very pro CRISPR. As for everything I can say is the administration's health people are very pro CRISPR, very pro these innovations. So I don't see any major worry coming on that side. I mean, obviously, if that could change at any point, if this particular company or that particular company, drew the ire of the administration, they would essentially be finished. So that is kind of a material hangman risk hanging over basically every public company now, every law firm, every university, everyone else, basically. If your opinions do not align with the proper opinions, you could be finished. Let's see. Tinfoil hat. Bulls make money. Bears make money. Yep, you're absolutely right, Billy Jack. I mean, you don't short the heaviest shorting I've ever seen into a massive 60%, 70% bull run. It defies all logic. I mean, you could have covered at 30. You could have covered at 32. But no, not only not covering, I mean, you're shorting in the 60s and 70s every single day. You're shorting as much as is practical. I can either there's a short report, they know something is coming, they know some big negative event is coming, they know some safety data is coming that's going to be a huge negative on the company. But this is what I was talking about, guys. Bayer, they own 6% of the company. Vertex, who's the 60% partner with Casgevy, they own 6% of the company. Celgene owns 4% of the company, and GlaxoSmithKline owns 3.51% of the company. So any four of these would be an extremely likely partner for any of their in vivo pipeline or all of their in vivo pipeline or a buyout. I mean, if this company gets bought out, I think it's, cash and stock or whatever, it's got to be 20 billion at least. He's not going to sell this company. Champagne Carpentier, Nobel Prize winner. Jean Valjean, Champagne Carpentier. The crapper, as we call them. But I mean, my theory is the guys shorting this are just a bunch of cokehead frat boys who their parents had a lot of money and their dads were big lawyers and politicians, and they told them they were smart and they got into schools like, Vanderbilt and Duke, USC. And it turned out they're just not that smart. They just have big foreheads. Belies their lack of intelligence. I don't know, guys. It's just this entitled, sort of, I just these shorts, I don't even want to say it, but they just have sort of this entitled take what I want mentality. Like a frat boy with too much to drink and their tie tied around their head. Anyway, guys, maybe you're a lot smarter than me. The chances of probably are you're a lot smarter than me. You're definitely a lot better looking than me. You're a lot younger. You're a lot better shape. I don't think you could shake like Danny shakes. You can't outshake me. But hey, if you can. Yeah, no, two brothers. He's extremely pro CRISPR. Trump, the whole administration seems to be very pro these gene editing stocks. There doesn't seem to be any particular, political or regulatory headwinds that apply just to CRISPR or to this sector in general. Their safety profile has been almost immaculate as far as I can tell. I don't see what they're shorting here, and I don't see how there's any logic to shorting from 30 and covering in the 50s, which it looks like that's what they're going to have to do unless something turns around here real quick, because they're losing a lot of money. It's not just the borrow fee, all that interest at 15 or 50% or whatever it is that day. It's the actual, loss of shorting at 33 and shorting extremely heavily at 37 and 38. They were just shorting on heavy volume. It just made absolutely no sense. I mean, look at this chart. You can see the only time this is pumped up, I mean, this was a clear pump and dump here. Very pointed. This, again, just didn't break out at all, didn't get out at all, didn't get out at all. If you look at this, this is looking pretty good. This is 4 days closing above the line, all higher except for this one day. We have, strong higher highs. Again, except for this day, which was a bit of an anomaly, we have strong higher lows. I just, the volume's off. But again, remember, this was a half day, so you'd have to at least double that volume. And I mean, not only a half day, but a holiday. So it was like a quarter day. Like a guy with short, fat legs. But I can see, okay, volume's coming down a little bit, but I just don't see this chart anywhere near running out of gas. And if you start adding in, you guys know what a short squeeze is. It's like where there's a short on a stock and it starts going up and there's buying pressure, and then the shorts start to have to cover, and they more, and the more covering leads to more buying, and that leads to the price going even higher. And it just sort of snowballs where there's this, sort of disorderly, panicked covering. It's like a bunch of people trying to shove women and children out of the way and get into a lifeboat. It's just, how do I get out first and save my own life? That's basically what a short squeeze is. You're basically trying to throw women and children into the Bering Sea and save yourself, like Kate Winslet. So I don't know, guys. I think if they all have to cover, I think if the event is not a doomsday event, but in fact, a very positive event, which I think is far more likely, a buyout, a partnership deal, part of their in vivo pipeline, more of their ex vivo pipeline. I think ex vivo is pretty much not going to be the wave of the future, obviously, but it might be a bit of a bridge, a bit of a stopgap, if you will. Anyway, guys, yeah, their earnings calls, I think, are pretty boring. Just get the basic facts. Yeah, John K. And not every, and I'll tell you this, John, you might find this interesting. I look at a lot of different sources for, the volumes and the trading and the flows and, which hedge funds are buying. And some outlets that day, John, were only showing volume of like 6 million. And others were showing 15 million. So it was really, really weird. Really, really weird. Now, if you look at that day here, yeah, they show the 15 million, but the stock doesn't move at all. How are you acquiring all those shares? And it just, this whole thing just defies logic and common sense. And I've never seen anything like it. Again, that's not assurance the stock is going to go up, but just look at the volume down here on the bottom, guys. Just getting more and more volume and greener and greener and greener into a bull run, shorting 27% of the free float. And then this is the best part. We haven't even talked about the best part. Not insiders, but we just looked at that they say 25%. I think that's because that's counting all those pharma companies. But the institutional ownership is 88%. And I know this number's all over the place. It might be 70%. And then those pharma companies own the other 20%. But long story short, there are very, very, very few shares in the hands of retail. They're all in the hands of big institutions and big pharma companies. And those shares are not liquid. Those shares are not trading. That's why the stock trades so few shares. That's why they've been shorting the thing at a 70% rate, and it's still gone from 32 to 52 or 33 to 52, pardon me, in 2 months, and 30 to 52 in 3 months. The art of shorting from 30 and covering from 52 and higher is something only genius frat boys can figure out. Between boat races and beer pong. Just keep shorting it. Hey, aren't you Jonah Hill? No, I'm Seth Rogen. Excellent. Excellent. What's up? The Great Flint Creek Soap Company. Guys, Google Flint Creek Soap Company and go buy you something. Go buy you some soap. Go buy you some lotion. You're a big, hairy, eczema-laden, itchy, dry-skinned, ashy turd. You need some quality product. Get over to Flint Creek. On a creek, for God's sake. It's picturesque where they grow that soap. Oh, they grow soap as far as the eye can see. Oh, the peat. The peat. Yeah, it's Fawn's jumped the shark, that's for sure. I loved Happy. Yeah, Billy Jack. I think I just missed it. I didn't get any of those shows in their original form. I only got like reruns later because I'm not as old, not as seasoned as you. Don't have as much good experience, not as many miles on the old odometer there, Billy Jack. I wish I was Southern. Be so much more acceptable to be a fat guy. Like people don't, wherever Billy Jack's in the South, they just see like a handsome man in an unbranded black baseball cap. I think he might be Stock Moe's brother or something. No, it's Billy Jack. It's old Billy to see me. He says, hey, there's a big fat guy in Los Angeles. Doesn't look like he's hitting the hot yoga. Looks like he's hitting the hot dogs, if you know what I mean. Know what I mean? Mini water. What's up, Sleepy Chicken? Yeah, I completely forgot the topic. CRISPR. Dude, no, I'll buy Flint Creek. I'll buy my next batch. Don't send no more. I'll buy my next batch. Nah, don't sweat it. I can afford. Nah, it doesn't even matter if I can afford it. You already sent me a nice one. You sent me the taste. First taste is free. That's not how crack dealing works, Flint Creek. So come, you already sent me the taste. Now you got me hooked on your quality products. So I gotta buy. Now you raise the price. Now you don't answer your pager. They run the whole company off of one of those little Alltel pagers. Call you back in 20 to 30 minutes. Meet you out behind the Arby's. Drop your soap in a paper bag, if you know what I mean. No, they just sell soap online. It's not any kind of intricate drug dealing or anything. My imagination, Danny Shake's imagination just runs a little bit wild. Oh, anyway. What's up, DVD? They're half Swiss, half American, half Boston, half Irish, half Westie. Switzerland. Okay, so I did have, my brain is still working. I do have one functional brain cell left. Hopefully this juices me out. I don't know what that means. Hope your pants are still on. SMCI, it's just, they're just battling it off of 50. It's going to break through 50, I would say Monday, convincingly. I mean, my guess is they were shorting that sucker too. I'll give you a quick update here if you'd like. Let's take a little look see. So SMCI short interest, let's see, short volume on that one. Okay, so they've actually been letting go. It's a good sign. It's back up to 48 today, but yesterday it was 38, 44, 47. So last 4 days they're below 50. So might be some moderate shorting, still no covering, but it's a good sign. They're kind of letting go of the stock a bit. So taking a look at SMCI over here, right about here. So you're seeing today just neutral on the bar. Cost to borrow, the key here is cost to borrow. See how cost to borrow here is 0.38. That was the exact same way it was forever on CRISPR. And then it went to 3, 4, quickly went to 7, 10, 14, 23, 28, 38, up to 48. And it was actually running above 50 briefly, average. The same thing is going to happen here when they run out of shares because they're still this is weird because they're only short 90 million shares, but the shares on loan is still 145 million. That does not tell me bears are giving up in any way, shape, or form. Now, if you look at SoFi, just looking at SoFi, for instance, exact opposite. SoFi is about to leg up again. Hear me now, believe me later, you weak sauce turds. SoFi is going up because short interest on SoFi is the opposite. It just spiked from 140 to 150. Short interest is 150, but shares on loan is only 100 million. So they're borrowing 50%. They're selling short 50% more shares than they're borrowing. Massive naked shorting. They're doing everything they can to step on our testicles because they know our testicles hang low. And that's our weakness, like Achilles. Old man balls. Anyway, guys, I'm not really sure what this show is about or anything. I guess it was mostly to plug Flint Creek. So anyway, it's all for a good cause. You know how hard it is to start a small business, guys, and actually run it. It's a lot more demanding than it seems. A lot of people are like so stupid. You're like, oh, just sell soap. It's so easy. Yeah, like running a restaurant is easy. Oh, I'll just get like a dry cleaner. It's super easy. Yeah, if you like working 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, running your own small business is just a walk in the park, folks. Anyway, I would like to thank the greatest Princess J. I would like to thank, of course, the great John K. I would like to thank the greatest moderator in the history of YouTube, not a lurker, J Money. I would like to thank Alberto Bertie Aviles. I didn't see him. I'm not sure if he's here, but his better half, Lisa, was here. So that's pretty much good enough for me. I think she bowed out when she realized Alberto wasn't here. But anyway, we appreciate you being here for the beginning of the show, Lisa. I'm best in small doses, as a wise woman knows. Anyway, we'd like to thank the great Billy Jack, handsome big man, if there ever was one, representative down throughout Texarkana and the greater South, anywhere east of the Mississippi, south of the Mason-Dixon line. You want to talk to Poco Moss, you got to go through Billy Jack. Anyway, guys, thanks to brothers. A lot of good comments there, my friend. I'd like to thank the greatest mattress man in the history of mattresses. Say that's that mattress man. To quote the what was that movie? Punch Drunk Love. What a weird movie. Adam Sandler, the Sandman, bringing it in the violent, psychotic way only a Sandman can. But anyway, we'd like to thank the great Carl Seamark. Who else should we thank? Definitely don't thank me. What did I do? BW Star. Yeah, weird name, bunch of emojis. I'm not sure if we're going to thank you, BW Star. Okay, we'll thank BW Star. Who the hell else was here? Guys, I hope you all have a great 4th. Remember my sage advice: don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. You're going to get arrested and you're going to crash into a family. So don't do it. Don't drink and drive. Figure it out, guys. Uber, whatever. They almost acquitted Diddy too, but they're still holding him in jail. I don't know what that's all about. It's all these headlines coming at me. I don't know what to make of them. But yeah, this thing went from 0 to 100 real quick, and the shorts have just completely gone insane. Of course, we were talking SMCI, not SoFi, but SoFi is about to go way up. I mean, way up. This is a tech company, and it's a goddamn good tech company. It's a tech company led by Anthony Noto, man with great hair and a windbreaker and a dream and a vision, much like myself. Guys, on that random, incoherent, rambling, pointless note, thanks for watching. Peace. Happy 4th. Be safe. Be smart. Don't drink and drive, you stupid idiots. Thank you. Bye-bye.